That's a tough question. I just think, how would I characterize it? I guess if I had to describe it, I don't know. It's just been everything I could ever ask for. Just to have the opportunity to play, have the opportunity to be a part of something like this, and to play with the great guys that are on this team. Being able to play, on the big stage and play against some pretty tough opponents and stuff. And it's been quite the ride, I guess.
We're in November now. You're having some late starts because of the ESPN scheduling. Is it tougher to get warmed up and into the groove in these cold later games compared to some of the earlier afternoon games?
I guess a little bit, but I think in the long run, just football is football, and it'd be nice to play a little bit earlier, but it really doesn't affect just the way you play or whether the sun's up or the lights are on.
What's your ideal preference?
My ideal preference? I like warm weather. I'm not one of those guys who likes to play in a snowstorm. I like sunshine and sunshine and warm weather.
Idaho had -6 yards passing midway through the third quarter. Were you guys aware of that stat? Did you even think that was possible to hold the team to negative yardage?
I wasn't aware of that until they told us after the game that they had that. But I didn't think that was possible. But I guess found a way. A lot goes to the front seven, and getting a lot of pressure and getting their hands up and forcing them to throw, those little screen passes and just those short, quick throws.
Your role's changed with Jordan Pendleton going down, Joe Sampson moving to safety. You're seeing almost every rep at boundary. Can you talk about that and just kind of how the defense has changed overall?
I guess, with my experience is I think it's a lot easier to maintain a groove, I guess. But at the same time, it was nice, rotating so you could stay fresh and things. But I think at this point in the season, our level of conditioning is to a point where we can all, where players can play, a whole game and not get, super fatigued and stuff. But I think it's just easier to, when you, as a player, you build up momentum personally, I think, and so, being able to take the majority of the reps, I think helps me to maintain that, maintain the level of play when I do find myself, just in a groove or blinking is how we kind of say it. So it makes it easier to do that, I think.
Talk about how your specific coverage assignments changed with 4 defensive backs as opposed to 5 defensive backs.
For me, like playing boundary corner, it really pretty much stays the same. When Joe comes in as the nickel, he basically takes over the roles of the Sam linebacker, I think. So for me, it's pretty much the same whether I'm playing either the flat or we're playing a deep quarter. On the boundary side, it's pretty much the same.
What do you know about New Mexico State? Anything?
No, not much.
You score a lot of points. Does your defensive plan change when you know that a high-point offense is coming in versus a team that struggles to score points, or is it the same thing week in and week out?
All that means is just we gotta be sharper with our execution. So just make them. We're not gonna be dictated. We're gonna make them. We're gonna dictate. What they do.
Thanks, Preston.
Mm-hmm. It's your last home game. Was it kind of surreal for you?
Yeah, it's kind of. I guess it kind of hasn't hit me yet, but just thinking about it, it's kind of a shock. Just thinking how fast the season's gone by. It seems like it's just been kind of a giant blur now, but it is sad, and it's sad that it's the seniors' last home game. Playing at Lavelle Edwards Stadium is it's nothing like it. So it's gonna be hard not being able to play here for basically another year now. So.